Greetings and welcome to Fresh Fire International Ministries weekly blog, or blog as some people call the audio version. This week's title is When Church is a Business. When Church is a Business. I'm Pastor Janice Fareed Hardy. He was fluent in several languages, so when he traveled on business to different cities and countries, he searched for a church on Sundays. He liked making new friends. He found one in this city and he was elated, really happy, because the sign outside read, "Friendliest church in the city, all are welcomed." He entered, and uniformed ushers directed him to the new visitor's booth where he received a cookie. Wonderful, wonderful. They cautioned him, though, to complete his snack before entering the sanctuary because the elder board allowed no food in the sanctuary. The paid janitors complained it was too much to clean up crumbs. The stranger complied, and the workers called out, "Next," in order to move him along and process the next visitor. It was a busy, organized church. He completed his snack alone in the vestibule and entered the sanctuary. It was early, and the choir was standing to the side in heated conversation. He approached and he greeted them. Most of them were young people, and they clammed up seeing him. He said he was excited that he would hear them praise the Lord. Each one of them gave him a strange look, and then they returned to arguing over who would lead which song today as they walked away from him. Then he saw a group of mothers of the church sitting on the front row. Since service had not started, he went to greet them. Moving closer, he heard them talking about the latest who did what, where, and why, and even given the seedy history of each family. They went silent when he came near. Then one bold saint said, "If you're looking for the bathroom, it's through that door and to the left." He knew that was his cue to go away, get lost. He didn't need to use the bathroom, but he obeyed his elders. In the bathroom, he saw a man wearing a deacon tag, so he said hi. But the deacon looked at him suspiciously and quickly left the bathroom. The man heard the deacon outside the door whispering for someone to get security because there was a pervert in the bathroom. That man was devastated, and he quickly left the bathroom. Heading back to the sanctuary, he passed by a partially open door that read "Pastor." But he heard loud arguing inside, something about whose name was on the official church deed. Someone they called pastor was arguing with someone they called apostle, and with the third party they called prophet. The apostle said she was born in that church and considered herself the true owner of the property. The pastor said his contract with the elder board when he was hired clearly stipulated that the pastor owned all the church. But the prophet said that last night God told him that he, the prophet, is now the rightful owner of the church and its property. They all threatened to take this matter to court. Then the secretary and someone they called evangelist/teacher noticed that the new visitor was staring at them through the door, staring at all of them. So the evangelist teacher got up and slammed the door in the visitor's face. Then the man went into the sanctuary. An usher, leaning on a back wall, chewing gum and scrolling through his cell phone, lifted his finger and pointed the visitor to a seat. So the man went and sat. Then the church service began as the choir, the elders, the deacons, the janitors, the apostle, the prophet, the evangelist/teacher, and the pastor, and everybody else who would perform that day marched in. They were smiling and looking so holy. A security guard walked over to the visitor and signaled for him to come outside, and he did. The security guard said he had received many complaints about the visitor from the choir, the mothers of the church, the deacons, and the apostle, the evangelist/teacher, the pastor, and the janitors. And the prophet had said that he discerned that the man had an unclean and demonic spirit. Therefore, security threw the man out and said he could never come to that church again. The man left, and he sat on a church step pondering what just happened. Then a little child entering the church with her parents stopped and asked, "What are you doing there?" The man replied, "They won't let me in." So the child said, "That's too bad. I am sorry for you. What's your name?" The man said, "It's okay. That's happened to me before. I've visited a lot of welcoming churches and a lot of unwelcoming churches. You know something? You're the only one who ever asked my name. My name is Jesus." The little child said, "Well, Jesus, I hope you find your church." And that family went inside. The motto of this parable is, and I'm quoting Matthew 7:21 through 23. Jesus said, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, 'Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles?' Then I will tell them plainly, 'I never knew you. Depart from me, you evildoers.'" Once again, that's Matthew 7:21 through 23. So the conclusion is, do like the little child said, and let Jesus find his church in you. God bless you, and thank you for joining us for this weekly blog or vlog, and we hope that you will join us next week. And if this inspired you, then pass it on to someone else. And if you need to reach us, we'd love to speak with you, pray for you. Just contact us on our website, on the contact page, and that is www.ffiministries.com, www.ffiministries with an S.com. Again, God bless you.